the autumn of 1997, Zachary Reeder was approached by a Japanese company to produce a film revolving around the general motif of sharks. Reeder turned a script out in a matter of weeks based on the New Jersey coastal shark attacks of July 1916. Gathering a team of like-minded independent artisans, Reeder began production on what would mark his first entree into the directorial arena, Great White. Unlike most films of the era from which it spawned, Great White was pulled together on a rather low budget. Like many independents at the time, to save on costs rather than filming in 35mm, the feature was shot on video, making use of Sony's trusty digital Betacam. All of the feature's land-based proceedings were shot on location along the U.S. Colorado River between Laughlin, Nevada and Bullhead City, Arizona. Filming only took around 3 weeks from setup to completion. Despite Great White being set during the summer season, footage was actually shot in the middle of a frigid December in 1997. Needless to say, air temperatures were cool and water temperatures freezing, hardly the ideal shooting circumstances for this sort of film for either actors or crew. The crew never actually filmed any of the shark footage themselves. A mock-up shark fin, pulled by a jet ski, was used where possible, and this can be seen in shots which only require visuals of a menacing fin jutting above the waterline. For darker scenes, the team was able to make use of a fiberglass shark head. This particular prop was mainly used for quick shots and the occasional visual flourish, while stock footage provided from sources in South Africa, namely one Charles Maxwell Underwater Video Services, was utilized in any scenes requiring direct focus on the apex predator. The film's score was composed by Gigi Moroni. Prior to Great White, Moroni not only scored 3 feature films, but was responsible for the soundtrack of the popular video game Metal Gear Solid. The film was released on VHS under the title Jaws 98 in Japan in 1998, but did not see a release in its native United States until April 2000. It was also released in Germany under the title Shark Lurker of the Depths later in the same year. After many years gathering dust, the film was re-released in the United States by RetroVision Entertainment in late 2013, the very version you hold in your eager hands. When the decision was made for Great White to be re-released in the United States, the main concern was video quality. Sadly, the original digital beta camera tapes had been long lost due to the production storage facility going out of business and its owner skipping town. This only left the restoration team with one option: to make as best use as possible of the existing masters. There were only 2 existing masters for the film, a Betacam SP tape and a D2. Betacam SP is an analog format used for many television programs back in the 90s, while the D2 is a digital format that was popular among many film and television archivists. For the original releases in the United States, a Betacam SP master was used, whose video quality was not satisfactory to the RetroVision restoration crew. In an attempt to correct this issue, the D2 tape master was brought into play. Upon completion of the transfer, it was patently obvious that the new restoration of Great White was far superior to any release prior to now. Another problem that plagued all past United States releases was the audio. Reeder had never been happy with the film's sound and sound effects. The sound technician was quoted as being, quote, inexperienced. Despite this, few attempts were made to correct the sound, as the crew had neither money or time to completely redo the track. An even larger issue lay in the fact that the audio tracks in the masters turned out to be entirely out of sync, giving the audio an odd distorted echo effect. To correct this issue, audio manipulation tools had to be brought into play to resync each audio track to match the visuals. The newly synced English audio track is now echo-free and far more audible and natural sounding. Despite its low budget, Great White is a truly unique addition to the annals of the shark film. It's one of the last of its genre not to make use of CGI effects to simulate its filmic focus. It makes good use of the beautiful South African stock footage of great white sharks. While the production of the film may have proved somewhat of a challenge to both cast and crew, they made the best of what they had, and in the end came out with a fin-tastic killer shark flick. RetroVision Entertainment is proud to bring you Zach Reeder's Great White on DVD in celebration of its 15th anniversary.